All right, we're gonna go through how I would have taken a trade yesterday, or how I should have taken a trade yesterday, because I've been having a bad week, if I'm being honest, and I have n- I have been following my rules and I have been following my risk management plan, which has been the one reason why I haven't completely blown every fucking thing I have. But it seems that I got limp dick when it comes to executions, bro. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. So, what do we do going into the day? We mark out the hourly highs and lows. See, is price seeking or reacting off liquidity, and or an imbalance. We had an imbalance about here, but it's a bit high, so I'm not sure if. And since price is already on the way down, I don't see too much of significance there. We are operating within this imbalance, which could be something to keep in mind. Um, but I also think now that we're reacting off it, you know, we've taken out hourly highs, it's safe to say that we can go into a lower time frame where it's a more executionable range. And yeah, and let's play this out. Let's see how it goes. This is before market open, so we're not looking for anything yet. And there's news at 12 a.m. on this day, so would definitely be waiting for that before anything. Now, what do we see? We see a big dump. So it's reacting off the hourly imbalance, you could say. And we see it we see a break of structure right here. Let me mark that out. Right there. We see it about to retrace into. Oh, it looked like it was going to retrace, but it just didn't happen. And now, after this, there we go. We got a retracement. Now, once we get that retracement after, and news has opened as well, so it's safe to say we can scroll down into 1 minute. Now that we're in 1 minute, we see we retrace into that, but that also broke structure to the upside. So now we need a confirmation to the downside. And just like that, we have broken structure. Oh, almost. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. There we go. We broke structure to the downside. Now, given the price action I'm seeing, I don't think an imbalance will present itself. It may, but right now I'm not seeing any, so I'm going to mark out EQ and wait for price to retrace to EQ potentially. Oh, instead of that, we see this imbalance being worked in. And now that we've revisited and we've come back down. So let me go in for one just to see. And for our targets, we can keep this resting liquidity and this resting liquidity. And if you really want to aim for the moon, this resting liquidity. Now, Now, this could be an early entry. You could even say, like, I'm seeing my own mistakes in lifetime now. See, I jumped in early. I should have trusted my model enough to just wait for a revisit. But even so, I think this would be a perfect opportunity to add on to your position if you were conservative at the start due to uncertainty. So I would not mind adding on two here and letting it play out. And in these situations, for your SL, please do not play conservatively just because, look, you'll be wicked out. If you have the capacity, keep it at a breakout high, a breakout high, or even in the midpoint of this extreme high, just just to have yourself on the safe side, because you don't want to be wicked out on an idea that you know is correct just because you were conservative in your risk. Always manage correctly, manage your position size, keep your position as low as possible, but leave room for retraces. And there we go. As you can see, we revisit once again. So this is a pretty, you could say, slower trade. Okay, at this point, I think I would bring in my stop loss here. See us. This would take a while. But you would eventually hit, and it may go for over 30, 40 minutes, but you will eventually hit your target because price seeks liquidity. And this is on a bad price action day. Now, on this day, in actuality, I had a break even trade and a loss. And honestly, I made the same mistakes that I'm telling you to avoid. I set a conservative stop loss that didn't account for for wicking out retraces given the price action we were having. I um hesitated on my entries when I knew it was a good setup, so then I had to settle for a subpar setup. Not a subpar setup, just a continuation of the same model, but obviously I did not have that room to, you know, see my trade play out because now it was like half the move had already played out, so I was only aiming for half the move, and in that half move I could get caught out on a retracement before it dumps back down, which is exactly what happened. So these are all things you have to account for. Like, just having a strategy, just having a plan is never enough. You have to react to what market gives you. You have to react to what you see. You have to be an observer. You have to account for all factors all the time. Be vigilant. Never think yesterday being a good day signifies today will be a good day just based on past performance. Past performance is not an accurate indicator of future results or present results. So, stay learning, keep up with your study, and just make sure you just gotta analyze the market. You come in, you get yourself in the right mindset, you put yourself in the right frame, and you see what you see. Because this is a very subjective thing. No strategy works. It's about how you make it work. It's about what you see using the confluences and the confirmations and the little patterns on the chart that you use. Everything is bullshit. It's just about how you can use that bullshit to your advantage. That's all. That's my first lesson. Thank you for listening in. And yeah.